What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on where you're at, but I hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto. The cryptocurrency market is absolutely exploding right now. Yes, last week we went into a little bit of a dip, knowing that maybe this week with a potential rate cut coming in here, a lot of people are saying that we're not going to have rate cuts here, but we do have a cut coming in, that there's a chance for the markets to actually do pretty damn well. And so far, so good. We'll see. This is a really, really big week. We're going to cover a lot of things of what's going to happen this week. Obviously, there's a lot of talks with XRP. There's a lot of talks with the Genius Act. We have maybe potential ETS. We have maybe a ruling with Judge Torres. There's just so much stuff coming out this week. It just seems kind of crazy. We're right in the middle of the year, right? June is right in the middle of the year, 6 months in. And we're trying to really gauge where we're going to go. Really, really good indicators showing us that our long positions are in a really, really good position. I mean, we're in a really, really good spot. I'm going to share those indicators with you guys today. We're going to, obviously, you can make your decisions as to what you want to do with it, and we'll go from there. But the biggest question of the day, and I did, people were saying, oh, this is some clickbaiting titling out here, but I've always stuck with my 701 where XRP is going to go. And we are now back on the path for that to potentially happen this year, right? We're hoping here in October this year, something like that happens. But I did make a clickbait just for everyone here today, since the markets are coming back and we're having some fun here. But I do believe that 701 is definitely going to be hitting this year at some point. So with all that, I want to say what's up to the A-Team here. We got Chipper, Adam, Crypto Joel. What's up, man? We got Chadwick in the house here. Chameleon, Tony Punch. What's up, man? My batch. Gregor, Toxic Dave, Terry. What's going on, dude? William, Eric. Good to see you guys. Pipeline in the house here. What's up? What's up? We got Lionheart. We got Z Goals in the house here. What's up, man? We got Tim Shea. We got the Mayor Crypto in the house here. Good to see you, my guy. We got Old Man Jenkins in the house here. What's up? What's up? George. George is in the house. Got a lot of people coming back. We got a lot of people in here. 33K. What's up, man? Sergio, Deb. What's up, Deb? AirSense. What's going on, man? We got that guy. What's up, that guy? I've seen you in a minute. What's going on, bro? Hope all is well with you. Let's see who else we got. We got Hawkins. We got Anthony Hawkins in the house here. I'm scrolling fast like I normally do. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. Andrew, what's up, man? Soul Jeffy, what's going on? All right, let's jump into it. We got a lot of things to cover today. Got 200 people in here watching right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and let's actually get into really what we want to talk about today. So as you can see right here, let me open up my screen here. Boom, we're right here, sitting here. Bitcoin regaining 107,000. We got Ethereum over here at 22,636. Look at our baby right here. XRP back to 231. We're over 3.36 trillion again. The volume, look at the volume, dude, almost 40% in the last 24 hours, which is crazy. A lot of our plays, Sui, Chainlink. We go down to Hedera. Hedera's even bounced back. Even though it fell down to 20, it was having a hard time. I mean, Solana is doing really well. A lot of our plays that we put in are doing really good. A lot of our longs. The stock market looking phenomenal today. Obviously, this is on the biggest news with the Israel-Iran conflict that's happening right now. A potential for there to be an agreement to settle terms, whatever that might be. A lot of news out there as to hopefully that coming to an end here, which would be great for the markets, obviously. I mean, the markets are reacting very, very well. We're starting to see the oil retreats. That's really, really good, too. So you can see the Dow's up 355 points, S&P's up 56, and NASDAQ's up 281 at the time of this filming. So that's really, really good. Biggest news of the day right now, biggest thing of this week, I guess I should say, is the Fed's decision here in June. Right, we know that going in, Polymarket put out there that we were looking at having two or more rate cuts this year. There's actually a 33% chance that we're going to have 2 or more rate cuts this year. However, when are those rate cuts going to hit? Is it going to be coming here in June? Is it going to come later in the year? Or we're talking 2 rate cuts at the end of the year? Who knows? Who knows what's really going to happen here? But the betting markets are kind of the markets that you want to follow and trend, right? I mean, these are really the markets that you want to follow. And as you can see, this is actually getting further and further away from happening. You can see that there potentially is going to be a 97% chance that there's going to be no rate cut at all. So what's going to happen, right? If we have no rate cut, what's going to happen to the markets? Are we going to actually get devoured and this is going to tank overnight? What's going to happen? Or is it that we expect no rate cuts and we just stay as is? Like, again, I think that what happens is that the markets react when something bad happens or when something isn't predicted or when something's not out there. And if we're all saying that, hey, 97% of us are saying that the markets are going to have no rate cuts, then no one's going to be like, they're not going to be caught off guard by it. And as long as you're not caught off guard by it, the market should not react in any crazy way. So that's the positive thing about Power Market here is it's actually telling a lot of us that, hey, don't expect a rate cut tomorrow. And if you're not expecting a rate cut tomorrow, we'll probably won't see the volatility that we see in previous markets where a lot of us are expecting there to be a rate cut. Rate cut doesn't come. boom, the market's tanked because of whatever reason. Now we're kind of setting ourselves up for success here because we already are predicting that the chances of rate cuts not there. However, there still is a chance right here, 2% chance that we have a 25 basis point decrease. Maybe Trump comes in and pressures Jerome Powell to actually reduce it. Who knows what happens, right? There's still a 2% chance. And let me tell you, if we're actually saying that it's a 97% chance that rate cuts aren't coming, and somehow, some way that 2% hits to where all of a sudden, boom, we have a 25 basis point rate cut, the markets are going to explode. They are legitimately going to explode. And that's what I'm hoping for. I guess I'm banking on the 2%. But indicators have shown us that regardless of whatever outside factors there are, such as rate cuts and the war and all these other things, the market's actually looking really, really good. So we'll talk about that too. Also, this is what we have to look at for this week. I mean, we have the Genius Act coming up in the U.S. Senate vote right now. Some people are more bullish for the Genesis Act or the Genius Act. Some people are bearish on the Genius Act. Some people think that this is actually going to restrict some of the economic development and even the growth of crypto. This could actually restrict some of it. Some are thinking that this is actually really good for crypto and it's going to help fuel the growth of crypto development. So I guess take your pick on what that is. But the Genius Act passes. That's very, very good for crypto. Also coming up Wednesday, you have the UK CPI inflation. This has actually become more and more popular because this is also looking across the pond there. But, the biggest one right here is the US interest rate cut. Then also on June 19th, you have the interest rates for the UK. And then you have the Fed press release, which again is kind of just Jerome Powell and them talking about whatever is going on here in the world. Also right here, we have the political side of it, right? We have Iran and we have hopefully there to be some peace settlement here this week, as Iran and Israel are trying to settle their conflict. I hope there's some conflict resolution. I told you guys my stance. I do not believe in war. I'm 100% against war, unless someone attacks America, then it's game on. But I'm just saying, I just don't think the war should happen. I think there should be some diplomacy. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't think people should be out there, doing this kind of stuff. So I hope that comes to an end. And I hope we just I hope we can just go, live our lives and not have this kind of stuff. That's all I want. Let's just live our lives in peace and happy and prosperity. And let's just move on with that. So that's what we have. We also want to put out here this week alone, we have retail sales coming out tomorrow, which is going to really be big as to where we're going to go. And then a list of things here. We got the FOMC economic projections, the Fed interest rate. We got the building permits. We got the housing starts. These are all really, really big things coming into this week. So really excited about what's going to happen. Kind of nervous, but excited about what's going to happen here. It's kind of funny that war breaks out and the market dumps, but just like all the bad news, we get the market recovery. Because again, everyone's trading off indicators, observer. I say this all the time on the channel, man, and I stand true to it, regardless of outside factors, right? Outside factors can create emotional sells. We could have liquidation events, but the markets are still going to do what they're going to do. They're still going to go back to their indicators. They're still going to go back to trading because that's what people are looking at. Everyone, whether that's an AI model, whether that's a bot, whatever it might be, humans, we all are looking at these indicators, and the markets are going to eventually go back to those indicators, regardless of whatever outside noise there is. And so that's why I always, at the end of the day, I'm just going to let the indicators decide what's best for me. As long as we're looking at the same indicators, I think we're always going to be in a good position. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. The war is their backyard, so you would fight for your house too. Yeah, no, I'm not. And that's what I'm saying. It's hard to say, but I mean, it is. I don't know, man. I just think we should have peace. Like I said, I just think that there should just be peace. I don't think that we should have any wars. I don't want there to be any wars. You know what I mean? Any of the people in New York, what have you been able to buy cookie on? You could buy cookie on BTCC. You could buy cookie on. I mean, there's other ones that people are using, but yeah, you can buy cookie anywhere right now. I think you can buy cookie on Coinbase. Let's see here. So yeah, markets are looking good here. Okay, another one big here. You can see right here, gold hits all-time highs again. We're continuing to rise up here, dude. This is insane, actually, from a gold standpoint. Gold prices over the last 100 years has just been killing it. This continues to rally, dude. It's quite phenomenal as to see what gold is doing. It says the odds of a U.S.-Iran nuclear deal in 2025 surges to a new high of 45%. This is really good as well for the markets. So let's not put that to the side here. I think these are really, really good. Look at the liquidations, dude. Liquidations in the last 24 hours. 148 million shorts have been liquidated. 67 longs have been liquidated. You can see over here in the 12-hour. I mean, this is the reversal here. So now our goal is to try to time this and eventually be able to jump back in and buy the shorts. So when are the shorts going to happen? That's probably what a lot of people are here watching the channel is when do we actually see the market turn around and potentially put in some shorts? Because as of right now, we put in some pretty big longs, and we've been long in the market since yesterday. If you guys were following me or you guys have been watching since last week, we shorted the market pretty much all week last week. Right around Thursday, Friday, a lot of us sold our positions and we were saying, hey, based off indicators, this is what the indicators are telling us. We knew that going into this weekend and into Sunday, if not Monday, we're going to see a market come back, have a nice little bounce back. That's exactly what happened, dude. The indicators played exactly how we thought it was going to do, like to a T. Like there was like literally, even though there were some mixed results on indicators throughout the day, we knew that eventually it was going to come back. And it's exactly what happened here. So if anyone that was watching the channel, in Discord, all that kind of stuff, we are definitely 100% ahead of the game here. And yeah, it makes you feel good when you wake up and you see that. And I couldn't be more excited for everyone in Discord right now, because a lot of people in Discord have made some pretty good money. They were showing the profit and losses in Discord, and I'm super pumped at how much money the A team has made over the last, I don't know, a couple weeks now, with just being able to time the markets and us, being able to talk as a group. So kudos to everyone that has been able to do that. So yeah, market's looking good. Indicators are looking good, and we'll jump into more of that. You can see this is the first time I actually thought I saw Michael Saylor buy the bottom of a bit. We actually had a pump. Michael Saylor comes, he buys up Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually pumps. Usually when he comes and buys, Bitcoin usually tanks down and takes a dump. And what's crazy is that he comes in and buys, and market actually goes up. So kudos to good old Michael Saylor there for actually finally buying kind of the bottom of a cycle to some degree. So gotta love that. Longs this week from what you taught us, Austin. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, Jimmy. A lot of people are in on the longs right now. Thank you, Austin, A team support. Hell yeah, Deb. Yeah, appreciate you guys all being there, man. I guess I should do this. I always forget to do this. If you guys want to see the comments, let's see here. Got a 209 on XRP. Took out my initial investment. Now riding the 20x with the liquidation at 199. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. BSMB. That's what to do. Oh, come on, Austin. That was a funny super chat. Oh, I didn't read it, dude. Sorry, my bad, homie. I saw it come through, bud. I'm sorry, Adam. Dude, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Hey, remember when the 2 wars were going to be ended by day 1, and now they're 3 wars? Get the Trump smartphone. What a clown show. A lot of people were upset at Trump. You know what I mean? Like, I think that, you get dealt a shitty hand. You got to play the shitty hand, right? And I think that goes for anyone who's comes in as president, is that sometimes you get dealt crappy hands, man. And you got to manage your way through crappy hands. And, unfortunately, it goes for both sides of the parties. Everyone, so I think he's trying to do the best he can at the end of it, but yeah, there's definitely some conflicts out here that are just not the greatest. That's for sure. But I wouldn't necessarily consider Israel and Iran any different than Israel and the Palestine thing and Hamas. I mean, I think that they're all one. So I don't know if I necessarily consider that to be two separate things. I think they're all dealing with the same kind of conflict, but yeah, I just don't think it should happen. I agree that it should come to an end, but yeah, the Russia and Ukraine thing kind of needs to come to an end as well. And then the smartphone thing is pretty funny. I actually got a kick out of that this morning too. I read that, we go out here, we're going to tariff Apple, and then we're going to come drop our own built phone. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give you that. Are we getting some of these XRP ETFs approvals in the next 6 weeks? I think that we're going to hopefully have a decision here. There was one really good piece of news that came out with XRP. I'll share here in a little bit as to the bullishness of XRP if they actually go through with it. So very excited about that. Need to break and go. Yeah. Needs to break. Yeah. Yo from the UK. What's up, Benny? XRP does not follow the news. XRP comes before the news. XRP has always been a really resilient chart. On the Discord, stuck on not verified list. Can someone help brother out? Hey, you just got to go select the rules section, bro. Just go in and click on the rules and accept the rules. So you can see right here, just come right up here where it says start here. You'll see there's a rule section. Click that you accept the rules and terms and conditions in here, and then go down and choose this, and that's all you got to do. So that's how you verify yourself. Muslims took over Iran, take it back from them. Yeah, I'm not going to get in the political side of it. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, we're here to make money and play the markets. And, hopefully, like I said, people eventually these wars and these conflicts come to an end, and we all just kind of live happily ever after. That's kind of my, that's probably too good to be true, but it's kind of what we push for here. But as you can see right here, Saylor Strategy buys 1 billion in Bitcoin, boasting its holdings to 592,000 as a new BTC backed stock, launches on the NASDAQ. This is just crazy to me, dude. It's just crazy how much money. This is like printing money right now. Michael Saylor is printing money with Bitcoin. Yeah, that's exactly what's happened here. And people are starting to take notice of it. People are starting to realize how powerful this is And you want a perfect example of that? Here you go. Here's another example of that, dude. SRM stock soars 580% as Justin Sun's Tron Eye's NASDAQ debut. Everyone's going in and launching. Now with crypto being, where it's at, Gemini's coming in. Everyone is coming out here and trying to get crypto onto the NASDAQ. They're trying to launch their own IPOs. They're starting to see how successful and how much money is in crypto. If like you're a giant company out here and you're not trying to launch on the NASDAQ, well, what the hell are you doing? Coinbase proved it. You got Gemini comes out here and does it. It's just crazy to me that all these things are coming out. You got Circle coming out. Circle had one of the best IPO debuts in the history of any IPO out there. So yeah, kind of wild when you start to think of it. So kudos to Justin Sun. You might not like him. He is very controversial, crypto entrepreneur. I don't really care for him. I think that he's there's kind of some scummy stuff that he does. Nonetheless, to each our own on how we feel about it. I just saying, I've never met the guy. I don't know him personally. Just things that have come through and the things that he did during the Luna collapse. I feel he tries to just take advantage of things. That's just my personal opinion. But kudos to him for being able to continue managing through this and put himself in a position to continue to make tons and tons of money like he is right here. Because I'm pretty sure he owns SRM stock, which is now up 580%, knowing that he was going to eventually push this, and that's kind of what it does, dude. So big money is waiting for the US XRP spot ETF, so I don't think Canada ETFs will do much. Yeah, the spot ETFs here in the United States are going to be ginormous for crypto, or for, the Circle stock is pumping, dude, yeah, 100%. The Ripple IPO is going to be, it's going to triple Circle stock, and I hope that this settlement happens sooner rather than later, because I hope the Ripple IPO comes out before the end of this year, dude, because we know that here in October, we're going to be at the height of the market. It's already projected out there. We're already seeing that the height of the market is going to be coming in October. And I want the IPO to be successful. And so I hope that the IPO comes out well before October. So we're hopefully maybe beginning of Q4 maybe, or maybe end of Q3, somewhere in that ballpark would be fantastic. But we'll see what happens. So anyways, kudos to Justin Sun. Might not like him, but it is what it is. That's looking pretty good. A lot of people are coming out here now. There's a ton of projections, a ton of predictions. There's a ton of people out here talking about XRP now. Now you got people that I haven't heard of talking about XRP on X now, putting things out there, crazy numbers. This is going to get to $10, $20 by next week. Crazy clickbait. Hey, to each your own, right? Clickbait away. Do your thing. No hate from here. But let's be realistic about this. Yes, I do think that 250 is in the framework here. I'll show you guys the indicators. I'll show you guys the levels. You guys can make a decision as to whether you think this gets to 250 or not. I think we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. Can this get my title is 701. I put that out there because I've already shown multiple times on stream as to why XRP will get to 701 during the height of the bull run. Whether that bull run is coming at the end of October or into next year, eventually XRP will tap into that 701 marker, I feel. But that's just me. Clickbait, good advertising. Yeah, it could be, right? What's up, 808 Mimi's? Good to see you. You think Ripple will want to answer to shareholders before they finish all their acquisitions? I don't know, Chameleon. That's a good question. I don't know how it's going to work out, It'll be very, very interesting. I'll be honest with you. It'll be super interesting to sort of see how it plays out big time. But okay, let's jump into it here, because as you guys can see, dude, our markets have been really, really good, dude. So if you've been following me, you've been following the channel, you've been in Discord, you'll see that obviously we've been using BTCC. That's where we've been doing a lot of our perpetual longs. Last week we made really, really good money shorting the market. We flipped around this week because indicators are telling us that we're going to have a really good long positions coming in. You can see right here, I posted it in Discord. I know I'm going to make a separate channel in Discord that's strictly for, call positions. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm going to talk with Twiz. We'll figure it out. But, I did go into Discord this weekend. I told everyone which positions I was going to be purchasing and when I was purchasing them. And so far, these positions have played out very, very nicely. As you can see, Doge sitting up 235% at the time right now. We're up 209 on SUI play. We're up $318 on the link play, and we're up $746 on our H bar play. I had to wait out H bar. H bar was killing me yesterday. H bar went down to 15.2 yesterday. Now it's at 16.2. I'm up $749 on that play right there, which is awesome. Then our big plays of the week, we have obviously XRP right now. You can see XRP, I'm up $1,700 on my XRP play. This is the first play I put out over the weekend. Up roughly about 158%, about $1,700 on this one. And then my Ethereum play right here, I went a little degen on it, put a 50x long on it, and you can see I'm up about $1,000, almost $1,100 on that play. So these things are working out really, really nicely. Like I said, indicators are everything, dude. I mean, I could care less what everything else is saying. The indicators are really what's telling us here. Being able to sell crypto in tax lots on Robinhood is a game changer. Oh, I didn't know that. When we need tax, yeah. Let's see here. Any more shorts and long one-on-one classes? Well, we could do that, dude. Yeah, this has been like I said, I don't like I felt like the reason why I don't share a lot of this because I feel like it's gloating and I don't want to gloat. That's not the intention of this. I want to put that out there. I know that the A team has asked me to share these things. And so I'm sharing them. I usually never done it before, but I want to, I mean, I don't know, I guess try to be as open and transparent as possible with everyone on trading. If that's what they want to do, if that's what the Discord and the channel wants to do, then that's what we're going to do, you know? And yeah, these are really, really good positions in here, no matter what, no matter how you look at it. Too late to get back in a long. Well, here, Andrew, I'll share some. We got Granny Love in the house here. What's up, Granny Love? I haven't seen you for a minute, dude. Yes, different positions on Discord. We got Granny Love. I love it, dude. XRP 227 stop loss too close. You think? Here. Let me play some scenarios out for you guys, and then let you decide. So, what else do we got to cover before I jump into this? Oh, this is the big one right here. So, Ripple CTO proposes revamping the XRP ledger fee to secure structure to compete with Ethereum, meaning that they're trying to increase fees on here, which if this actually happens, if they actually go through with this, some people will probably be pissed off about it because it could raise the amount of money, it could raise the fees. But this will increase the value of XRP overnight, instantly overnight. Everything will probably double, if not triple in value because of ledger fees if they're trying to compete with Ethereum, right? So we'll see how this actually works out. But if they get anywhere close to how like Ethereum is in terms of fees, dude, it'll be a wild ride. So I wanted to share that. I thought that was some crazy news right there. So let's jump into it here. We got some really good plays out here. So we're going to first look at Bitcoin here. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is looking great, right? I go off the 12-hour chart here. The 12-hour is working its way back up. Let me get this comment off Seagulls. Look at the 12-hour, dude. 12-hour has already came down, settled down here. It literally dipped down to about 2.6. And we know that if it gets down into the 2 section here on the RSI, that we're going to have a good chance for this to, that was a nice little reset, and we're going to bounce back. You know, we could do something like this right here where it bounces back up. We got to make sure it gets back above this 50 and continues upward. It could get rejected here at the 250. But right now, everything is actually looking pretty good for us to bounce back out of this on this one. But let's go look at XRP. XRP is the big one on the table here. I drew this line right here because this is the previous time here. I went to the 4-hour and I wanted to compare the 4-hour. So look at the, every time we have double tops up here, right? Double top, double top, double top, double top. You know, we had a double top, double top, double top, double top. Like there's a lot of double tops in here, right? So the question is where is this going to go? We had a nice little decrease right here. We have a nice little decrease right here. So we're comparing both of these, right? And then we come up and we rallied this up here. So I wanted to compare the 4-hour versus where the 12-hour was, right? So here's the 4-hour chart. Now let's go look at the 12-hour chart. Boom, we're in the exact same position, guys. This line is in the exact same position, right? 4-hour. Look at that. We're at the peak right here. We're up right here. So it's almost in the same exact, you know, we're not in the same exact line, but I'm just telling you guys, we've already dipped here. Now we've come up. We're on the same level here, okay? So let's go back to the 12-hour because this is what I want to show you guys. So look at where we're at right here. This exact same time frame, the same exact time frame is where we're at right here, okay? Maybe a little bit higher. But look at where we're at, exactly the same level, dude. We're at the same level here. We're at roughly 232. Do you see this little line right here? Right here was 232. Right here, we peaked at 232. We're at the same line here. We're at the same line here. This means that we potentially have, just based off this alone, to get back up to 265 would be a 14% increase from where we're at right now. So again, there's going to be some ups and downs here, but I'm just telling you that usually when we pass this 20 marker right here, or this 50% marker on the RSI, we'd continually tend to have a nice little uptrend. So before we reach the peak of this right here, we have roughly about, let's just go roughly about almost another 5% increase, which gets us back above the 236. We want to get it back above this 236 because then we know for sure that we've set ourselves up to where we're going to be able to short the market. So right now we are actually just in the middle of this. And when you see that the day chart, or sorry, the 12-hour chart actually goes above this, we do not really tend to go back below it. Like right here was where we were at, but you could see that, I mean, this is kind of like, you know, the only one out here where we've reached above this. We went to the 72 and then we had a major sell-off here. But you go back to February, this was all during Trump's, you know, tariff discussions, right? So these were these major liquidation events here as to when this all happened here. So unless some major liquidation event happens here, we have a potential to get up to the 260s. I mean, like we really do, just based off of indicators. The 12, and then look at the day chart, dude. Day chart has taken a flip right here. Okay. It didn't even come down and reset. It just took its nice little flip here. What happened last time we did this, where it came down right at the 50 marker? Look at last time it came down at the 50 marker and bounced off. We came all the way up and hit highs up here, right? Look at that. Boom. We came up and hit highs. Look at this last time right here. We came down, we hit these lows, and look up. We came up and we hit 256. So every time that we come down and it actually doesn't fully reset like this, we continue to have nice little runs here. So if this continues up, like we're actually, the indicators are telling us that we are potentially going to get maybe back up into the, above the 236 on the fib here, which will put us back up anywhere from the 240 to, the 260 range. And so that's where I'm telling you, like, don't sell yourself short. Don't put your stop loss. If you're above profit, like we put this in at 215. A lot of us put this price in at 214, 215 for XRP. Like, yes, there's profits to be made and you don't want to see profits get pissed away, but you also don't want to sell too early to where, you lose out on future profits. And so for me personally, I would rather lose a little more off the top, knowing that there's a potential run here. And it's because there's more than one indicator telling us that we have a nice little run here. And it's not just one chart telling us that, it's multiple charts. Bitcoin telling us that, it's Ethereum telling us that, it's HBAR telling us that. It's all the charts telling us that we have a nice little run here if everything stays status quo. So that means that, like, nothing crazy happens in market, right? Doesn't mean Trump comes out here and says whatever he says, but we're talking over the next 24 hours, okay? So this could actually line us up to potentially where the Fed meeting comes and we have a little dip after the Fed's meeting. But eventually that's, we're roughly about 24 to 48 hours away from that happening. So here in the next 24 to 48 hours, just continue to monitor this because we have a nice little chance. We have a chance for this to do very, very well here in the next 48 hours, okay? And you can see right here, this is on the verge to hitting up here. And again, that puts us right here at the 265. If we actually peak out on this one, we'll come dip back down and come back up here again. So that's kind of what we're hoping for, at least get back to the 240 range and just realize where you're at, right? We're at 230. Imagine if we get to 240 on your longs right now, what that would do for your pricing. So just consider that when you're putting out there. Again, I'm putting the indicators out here. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to trade. I'm just presenting you the facts of what the indicators are telling us. You can decide what's best for you, okay? What the hell goes to 260? I might just put another long in. Can you show XLM, please? Yeah, we can do over XLM a little bit. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, appreciate that. Same, learning on small accounts, making and losing, $5 to $10. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're using BTCC. I did put a link in there if you guys want to. Definitely, the BTCC has been actually pretty legit. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really say a whole lot. You guys know me. I'm a Coinbase maxi. BTCC has actually been good for perpetual trading. I did put a link in the description or in the chat right there. You can see I pinned it up top. You can click on there, get the bonus if you're going to do it. If you're going to actually jump into this, like take full advantage of that bonus, please. It actually works out really nicely. And you guys can jump into Discord and I can share everything with you guys when it comes to the BTCC side. So your sharing has been so education. Oh, no problem. Yeah, educational. So intense. I am intense, dude. Today's a great day, dude. I mean, we're up significantly on our price, dude. Last week, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, last week, I'll share 100% with you guys. Last week, we made $5,500, just off of trading the shorts. We made $5,500 off the shorts. And today, I mean, right now, you guys can see, I mean, I'll share my account with you guys. That's the whole point of this, right? You can see right now, I'm up roughly, dude, I'm up almost like $4,000 today. So I'm up to my account right there. I did take out some money to put into Coinbase to move off of it after that. But I mean, mostly, just in the last probably, 2 weeks, we probably made close to almost 20K on the channel. So that just goes to show you how much money can be made. We started with 500 in deposits here, and we're at almost, just today alone, we're at almost, probably almost $20,000 on the channel. So, I mean, things are looking pretty good. Why are so many other crypto YouTubers scared to do what you're doing? Because they don't want to be wrong. I'm not saying I'm always right. I want to make that very clear. I'm not always right. But I think a lot of people are afraid because they don't want to be wrong. And, again, because if you're wrong, you can hurt a lot of people, right? So I think that's probably why they don't want to share that kind of stuff with you. So, and plus, they would rather make the play. Everyone will show you their wins. They'll never show you their losses. I'll tell you that right now. I will show you my losses and my wins. I do it all the time. Your profit loss ratio is really good. It is. I will say, and you can see down here, I put my stop loss in. Like I'm not like this crazy. I mean, I come in here and put stop loss. Every one of these has a stop loss in there, right? Like I'm not gonna lose my money on this, right? I mean, I'm just gonna make sure I'm very diligent about it and I'm following every one of these. You know what I mean? That's part of trading. If like your goal is to just day trade all day and make money off these trades, like you're gonna pay attention to this stuff, right? So that's how I make my money. That's how I live my life. That's what I do. I've told you guys that from day one, and here we are. So, like I said, I never shared it with the A team before. In all the years I've done YouTube, dude, you guys convinced me in January to start doing this, and I just decided, what the hell, we'll do it. I've been doing it for a long time on my own, but I just never. The Discord probably put me over the edge to share with everyone, dudes. But I will have losses. I want to make it very clear, like, you don't always win. It's not always a win-win scenario. You're just trying to use indicators to give you a better advantage to making the right trade. And you got to have massive patience. Dude, I've been down. I was down. I mean, dude, this H bar position was down. I was down, like, it's up $680 today, but I was down $240 yesterday on it. You know what I mean? And I shared that with everyone. I shared that with where I was at with everyone. But patience pays off. So, dude, it has taught me so much. I'm still waiting until the next bull run to trade. Nah, you're good, David. You got to most people lose more than they gain. That's why they don't show, true risk management and how to remain diligent. Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to, appreciate that. I think there's a lot of people. I mean, this space is full of grifters, guys. I mean, there's people, they'll jump on. Hey, you guys know how it is. But I get called a grifter. You know what I mean? I get called all kinds of crazy stuff in here, but there really are. I mean, this space is really full of them, and you got to just find ones that work for you. Find people that you like to listen to, and that are really trying to give you good information to help you make better decisions. That's all I'm trying to do here with indicators. I'm not telling you when to buy. I will never tell you when to buy. I'll never tell you when to sell. I'll just present to you what I'm looking at, and you can decide what's best for you. I've always done that, and I'll always do that moving forward. That will never change. So, like I said, this is what it's telling me. You can look at this. I look at very basic. Everyone's trying to do all this fancy shit, make all these freaking channels. Like, we got this down. We got this channel going downward. We got this channel going upward. I don't do that, dude. It's just, here's the basics. Just stick to the basics and you have a better chance. You try to get too much involved. Sometimes it gets convoluted. And if it gets convoluted and it makes it really hard, it makes it really hard to trade. So I try to just stick to my basics here, and my basics have worked for me. So do what you should do for you. I'll do what I do for me. And, you should always try to do what's best. That's what it comes down to. Just do your best. I'm with you. Let's see here. I don't want random people checking my shorts. Awesome. I'm not understanding leverage. I put 500 at a cross 5x. You closed it at 300% profit of $30. After my calculation, the 50x did nothing for me. Well, if you did 500 at a cross of 50, if you did 500 at cross 50x, just closed it at 300% profits of $30. Yeah, because because you probably did this, dude. Let me zoom out. So you did 500. So let's just go to a cross over here, and you did a 50x. It's probably not going to let me because I have a lot of stuff on 20x's here. So let's just go 50. Well, let's do here. Let's go over here. Let's do this side. I can do a better one on this side. Let's just do a 50x here on a cross. We'll do 50x on a cross. It's not going to let me because I got all my stop losses in here. But basically what it's doing to you, dude, is that that means that you only put like 50, you only put $10 in, bro. You only put $10 in. You did a 50x. You spent $10 in margin. It gave you $500 to play. Now, if you did $500 and you did a 50x, that's a different ballgame, dude. Now you did $500. You're buying like roughly. You're buying way more than that. You'd probably be close to, like, at a 300%. You'd be up almost $1,500 if you did the other way around. So, it's all a matter of that. KJ, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel, my friend. Make sure you go hit that Discord, get in there. And definitely. I'm just with you on. Yeah, you just want to hodl. I don't want random people. You guys are crazy, dude. And I'm sorry, I missed some of your comments. I've been going on a thing, man. Each channel on YouTube gets bottlenecked by its own tunnel vision for projects. Buy coins that are doing now, coins that are going to be. Yeah, I mean, you just got to find the ones that you like, right? There's projects I like. There's projects I don't like. There's charts I stare at all day long. XRP, you guys know me, dude. I stare at XRP all day long. I can read XRP chart. That's why I stick to the same charts. If you stick to the same charts, you can most likely win your trades because you're looking at the same thing every day for hours on end. You know when it's going to go up. You can kind of read it like a book, honestly. And I feel like XRP is one of those. H-bar can be a little hit and miss sometimes. I mean, let's take a look at H-bar, for instance. H-bar could be a little bit of a hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little off on H-bar. H-bar give me a little frustration. I'll admit that sometimes it's a little hard to read their book, but nonetheless, here the indicators are telling us the same thing here. I mean, you go to the 12-hour, we're at the bottom of the 12-hour here, right? This is actually looking good. You go to XRP. Where's XRP at? We're already halfway up on XRP. So H-bar is even looking sexier right now. So H-bar has a good shot. We got some fair value gaps up here at the 618. I'm hoping we get back up to the 17s with H-bar. If we do 17s with H-bar, it's game on. Let's look at the 4-hour here. 4 hours reached the top up here. So this could come back down over the next 4 hours. We could come back down into, roughly down here, back into the low, maybe higher 15s. You never know. Or this thing stays up top and continues to rally. Like we could do something like this where it continues to rise up here, because the 12-hour, as you can see, is at the bottom here. And usually last time we got up here, we did come back down. So you got to be careful, was that when we do these little ups and downs right here, you got to be careful. So if this continues to rally up here, we're in for it. But the 4 hour is telling us right now that we are definitely over purchased. We've been up here for 4, 8, 12, almost 16 hours at the top right here. The 1 hour is obviously going to work its way down right here. I'm not really sweating the 1 hour. But the 12 hours right now is telling us that, usually when we come back down and reset, we usually have a nice little rally coming up here. So I'm hoping that we get back up into the higher 16s off of this, dude. So raid the button. Yeah, hit the like button. I appreciate that. Hey, randomly had 0.00 XRP added to my wallet. Is it screwed? I wouldn't touch. If it gets added like that, I wouldn't touch it. Dude, this taught me so much. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little behind now. How do you join Discord? You just got to become a member of the A-Team. Got to subscribe to the channel or be a member. So you got to be a paid member of the A-Team. So go and get a membership on the YouTube channel. Connect your YouTube channel to Discord. My Discord channel, everything is attached in my description box down below. Make sure you just go in there and you'll have to just click the rules and everything like that. So do you have any opinions on the XRP court case update? I mean, I think we're just waiting now. I think it's all just pure speculation and guessing. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there creating content on it. No one really knows, dude. I mean, all honesty. So don't get too comfortable with the green until Poppy Trump makes his mind up with Israel. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we're always one tweet or one post away from indicators being completely annihilated. So take that into consideration. Like indicators are looking great, but it's only one post away from being completely annihilated. Yeah, and that's one thing that's nice about BTCC too, is that BTCC has demo mode as well. So yeah, I definitely take advantage of demo mode. Thanks for all the core. Good to see you, man. Any update on Pure Wallet, Pure Chain? No update yet. I mean, there going to be a new update. There's going to be a new Pure Wallet update coming out, so that's going to be good. And I hopefully here soon that we get a launch of the Pure Wallet token. So it's crazy. You're the only real content creator in the space. Thank you for the realness and the good input. Oh, Travis, I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you, dude. BTCC has deck trading. You could try. Oh, you can try that 50x. Oh, okay. They have deck trade. Yeah, everyone's been asking me for copy trading. I have to KYC, and I'm not going to do it on there because you guys know Washington will kill me, dude. I can't sit and look at charts when I don't really know how to read them. Really and honestly, not worried about learning it. I'm in some. Okay, good. And oh yeah, I get you, Forsaken. That's okay. How to become a member for more than 1 month? YouTube only gives me the 1 month option. Good question. I have no idea. Well, I think you could set it up as like auto renewal. So it just auto renews every time, Monte. So you just do 1 month and then it just auto renews, I think is how it works. So yeah, definitely do that and get in the Discord. Like I said, we post everything in the Discord for the most part. I'll be making a new channel in the Discord just to let everyone know. Right now, we do have like a profit loss section, which shows everyone. I mean, look at this dude. Like, look at the A-Team just killing it. Look at that 83, 74. The whole Discord is doing well. Look at this. Look at Dev, dude. 373. Way to kill it, Dev, dude. That is fantastic, man. 373 on a nice little on a 75x, dude. On a 75x. Like, gosh, dang, bro. Look at that. 878% up right now, dude. Gosh, dang, man. You killing it, dude. I love it. Look at that. 125x. Gosh, damn. Wolf out here killing it, dude. Holy crap. I just realized that, dude. See, some people in the Discord are doing phenomenal, man. I love it. I love seeing this stuff. The profit and loss section, I love. I open it up every day just to see where people are at. And right now, a lot of us are posting obviously more wins than losses, which is phenomenal, right? But yeah, we go in here and post these things every day. And I probably go back and find, but I'm probably going to make a separate section on here where we talk about more about the trade. So what are your thoughts on Link, dude? I'm really big into Link, dude. I mean, I put a long in on Link. Our long position's up about $311 right now on Link. Just monitor the charts, dude. If you want to, again, overall great project. We're just trying to make on the buys and the sells of it. So, oh, is that you? Is that you, bro? Monty, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel, my friend. Thank you so much. And yeah, definitely jump in that Discord. Thank you for the info, Austin. Yeah, Kenny, well, no problem, man. Testing my skills. Thank you. Yeah, Deb, you straight killing it now, dude. I love it, dude. Why can't I see the profit and loss section on the Discord? Oh, you might have closed it, dude. Or what happens? You could have closed your section right here. See, and what happens is if you've already looked at that and you close the section, then you can't see. So you might have to reopen your section right here. There's like a little arrow. So try to reopen that section right there. Or you might have to go up here to your choose, and then maybe you accidentally clicked off of this by accident. So something like that, I think. But usually it's because you close this and then you can't see it because it's only going to show the sections that are not red, right? If I close this, then I can't see it, and it only shows the other thing. Maybe that's it. I don't know 100%. So hey, Austin, where's Twist still sleeping? Oh yeah, we haven't talked today. I got to give him a call, dude. I'm at a 3,100% on BTC right now. I got it under 215 on a 500X. Are you serious, bro? Dude, I'd love for you to share that. I'd love for you, if you could go in, I don't know where, but I mean, I'd love for you to share that. Like, send it to me on Discord. Send it to me on if you could send me that on like Twitter, bro. I would love to see that, dude. That'd be phenomenal. XRP ETF Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker XRPP on Wednesday, June 18th. Okay. That's phenomenal news, bro. That's phenomenal news, dude. If that's actually coming through right there. Yeah, Bitcoin right now it's just reclaiming 108. I saw that come through. I saw that just come through right now. We just hit 108 again for it bounced off of it, but you can see right now Bitcoin did try to reclaim that 108 marker right there, trying to get back up to this level right here, which is really, really good support level. We got a lot of support levels up here that are reaching out. Even Dogecoin is starting to get back up. We want to get back up to this 18 marker. That's why I bought Dogecoin the other day or yesterday. Dogecoin was one of our plays yesterday. So next to your leverage are the red lines and sometimes yellow lines. Can you tell us what that means? Oh, next to my leverage. You talking about these right here? You talking about these right here? This is called the auto deleveraging right here. This indicator represents the current position ranking in the auto deleveraging sequence. The more indicators that light up after an auto deleveraged event occurs, the greater the probability that your position will be auto deleveraged. Meaning that, like, if you get close to, what happens is the further this gets away, so the more lines you have on these, the closer, the further you're away from being auto deleveraged. Meaning auto deleverage is like you're basically taking you can, like, it takes away like leveraging or adds, you can choose to take away leveraging or not, right? It's up to you. But sometimes you'll come back in and you'll see if you're getting close to getting liquidated, it'll like take away a certain section of your liquidation and or your leveraging. 101 coming to a theater near you. I'm at 30. Yeah, that's pretty wild, bro. That's a pretty good number, dude. If you're at that level, dude, that's crazy. Oh yeah, we'll see a spike across the board once we see a legislation come in. We'll definitely see more of this come up here. This right here, dude, Ethereum whales have accumulated 2.5 billion in ETH on Sunday. This is the largest daily inflow since 2018, dude. This was like one of the best plays on Sunday was my purchase of Ethereum. You can see right here, I bought Ethereum. My purchase price was $25.30. It's at $26.34. But just everything was telling me that it was time to buy Ethereum. Just like sort of like how everything last night was telling me to buy Dogecoin. There's a lot of things out there. Everything was kind of looking pretty juicy. Any updates about the SEC case? There's nothing yet, dude. What's your X? I'll tag you. It's just Awesome Austin, Elon Muff. It's just at Awesome Austin, AUZSOME Austin. But let's see. I haven't logged into my BTC account since 2019. Well, if you're going to, you should create a new one. I'm going to be honest with you. I've done it already, dude. Create a new account. Take advantage of, again, I don't really care if you click on it or not. It's just, if you're going to actually put money in there, like get that 10% off my promo, dude. Like, I'm serious, dude. It's legit. I had a guy put $10,000 in. He reached out to me on X. He said he put $10,000 in. He got $1,000 in trading, and he hasn't used the $10,000. He's only used the $1,000 that he's used in trading, and he's already made money off just the $1,000. So he's now moved his $10,000 off of BTC, and he's just trading with the $1,000 that BTC gave him. Like, I was like, dude, that is phenomenal, dude. Like, kudos to you. And plus, I've used it myself. So, did you see XRP spot ETF going live in Toronto? I did. Someone just posted it. I didn't actually see it go live. XRP, yeah, I just saw that. That's pretty badass. That should help, dude. It's crazy how BTC started out decentralized, but now it's majorly controlled by centralization. Yeah, Paul. It's pretty crazy how that works, right? You just tag me on X. Hell yeah, bro. Dude, that's freaking awesome, dude. Holy crap. Dude, I love this. Look at this, dude. Dude, that is awesome, bro. That is awesome, dude. 500x, dude. And he's up 333%, dude. Dude, that is, I love you, man. Dude, that is phenomenal, dude. Kudos to you, bro. Gosh dang, I'm gonna retweet that bad boy. And we gotta put a little fire emoji on that bad boy. Give me that little fire emoji right here, dude. Dude, that is freaking awesome. I guess to use BTC in New York, I need a VPN. I'm a little afraid. No, dude, you shouldn't have to. No, you don't. As long as you don't KYC, dude. Don't go in there authentic. You just don't KYC at all. Don't KYC, dude. So and we're in the same boat, right? So just you can go when you go to open up your BTCC account. Just create one with the email. So click on my link, create one with an email, create a password, and then don't attach any of your identification to it, dude. Only transfer money from your MetaMask. So I just like take like USDT and transfer it over there from your MetaMask. Don't actually put any of your information in, dude. You'll be good. Yeah, dude, you're killing it, Elon. That's one thing I love about BTCC is it's non KYC. So if you're non KYC, you shouldn't. There's nothing that can be you can't be restricted on it. So yeah, that's a nice trade, bro. Kudos to you, my guy, dude. That is awesome. That makes me like, yeah. Just like I said, I think my link is I think it's right here. Yeah, definitely. Like, go to the link, click on that, and all you got to do is just create your just create an email, and then set your password and say next, and then don't do any of the verification. Like, don't go through, and you don't need a VPN, no KYC necessary. You can do all this kind of stuff like right here. Plus, like I said, make sure you follow this. Like, deposit above the $500 so you get a kickback, and that kickback's a real kickback. Like, it's legit. Like, I freaking love it. That's why I was like, dude, I freaking love this. You know what I mean? I wish Coinbase did this. I'd freaking promote the hell out of Coinbase, but they don't. So maybe eventually they will. Pinocchio doing well. Hurt my back. Yeah, fan hurt her back. XRP is the hassle. California is 105. And my gosh, damn, Mauricio. 105? Dude, that's freaking hot, bro. Yeah, that's hot. So now you guys know where I'm at with this. So someone said XLM. They want to look at XLM. I haven't looked at XLM in a minute. Let's take a look. So XLM, 4 hours up top. I mean, dude, everything is looking really juicy right now. I'm going to be honest with you guys, dude. Everything is looking super, super juicy right now. 12 hours at the bottom. Every time that we have a reset with the 12-hour, we get back above this 50%. We got to get back above this 50%. If we actually get a clear indicator of this getting back above the 50%, dude, this is on for the races. Because every time this gets above the 50% mark, we continue to the top up here. There's nothing in here where we get to the 50% and get rejected too much. You know what I mean? Especially off of a clear, when we get a very clear reset, we don't have, I mean, over the last, let's just pull this up, dude. I mean, let's look through it here. Every time we have a reset, we go to the top, reset, top, reset, top, reset, top. Every time we have a reset, we have a top. We don't ever really break it off halfway through this. I mean, this is like over the course of almost 9-10 months, dude. Since we've had our rally, every time we do this, we have a nice little all the way to the top without a full reset. So, I mean, indicators are telling us that the probability is that we'll probably reach the top of this. which means that, you know, if we go back and look at where we reach these out, I mean, we reach up what roughly, let's run through this, right? Let's go start here at the bottom. We reach the top of this, which is right about here. That's about a 26% increase. Let's do the next one now, right? We have a nice little reset right here. We go back up. We have a nice little this is about a 32%. So 22%, then 30%. Okay, we come back down. What's this next reset right here? About a 12%, okay? Then we come back down here. And we come back up. We have probably roughly what? A 12%. So take that, right? So take 22, 30, 10 and 10. So take 40 divided by 4 is what? I mean, that's 10%. So on average, we're getting a 10% increase, right? Just take your average, law of averages. You know, and we're going to say, okay, from the bottom of where we bought right here up, we're going to go 10% up. That puts us right at 228. I mean, that's probably where we're at right now. 228 is kind of where, actually, I don't know if I like that. Let's go back over here. 10%. Yeah, it puts us right here. I mean, at a minimum 28. And we hit that 28. Or we hit the top of this 27. So we're saying top of this is going to be 28. Right here at 28. So yeah, right on the verge of hitting on this 382 level. But our hope is, you can see this level of resistance here at 28. You can see that. Look at that. Look at this level of resistance right here. There's a ton of volume sitting right here. This will be our resistance. I mean, 228 is looking pretty damn good right now. 228 is looking really good based off this. I mean, we got a massive level of resistance here with the biggest volume sitting at 228.6. We're at the bottom of a 12-hour. We know that we're going to eventually hit up top. We know our law of averages are about roughly 10 to 12%. And we're probably going to hit a line right there. And that's probably going to be where we settle down, right? Not saying we're going to fall back and, you know, lose money, but we could get rejected and bounce around right there. This is where it gets interesting though. That's on Stellar. This is getting to get a little bit better here. That was on Stellar. So on XRP here, same thing, right? We're going to come up here. We're at the peak right here. And now what I'm hoping for is our level. Look at that, dude. The volume has shifted. We're actually above. We broke through. And now we're trying to get to this next level up here, which is 240. So yeah, I mean, we could do something like this right here where we peak out right here. But I mean, even at that point, dude, we're still up. I mean, where's my line? Didn't I draw a line? Yeah, right here. This is what we're looking for, guys. This is what we're looking for. You XRP YouTubers are disgraced. Nothing but clickbait BS. XRP is going to do anything until the judge closes the case. Oh my God. Dave, just relax. Dave, can we take a deep breath, Dave? We're talking about daily stuff here, Dave. You got to have a nice bag of margin and set stop losses. Yeah, you think Pure will migrate to a SUI network? I hope so. SUI's a nice little spot. I chase news. I just chase news. I feel like I'm behind in these classes. If you had $100 right now, what would you put it in for a long term right now? Like long term, or are you talking like? Are you talking the Davy Downers of the world, dude? The Davy Downers of the world, dude. Have we heard any more news on Pure Wallet token and drop date? We have not. Hopefully here soon, dude. Did we just get a BTC maxi? Maybe. I think again, we already talked about I gave my reasons on why 701 could hit. I didn't say today. You know, I mean, I think people assume that that's what it's being said, but you know, a lot of what we're looking at here is just we're trying to make money on the daily here. That's what we're trying to do on the channel here. We're trying to make money, and we use XRP as our fuel for it, dude. We're seeing a lot of it. We're shorting XRP. We're longing XRP. I think people get misguided on my channel of what we're trying to do here. Yes, do we only need 40 more likes? Let's do it. Oh, hit that like. Appreciate you, XRP Bandit. But I think we're in this position right here. Where this red line or where this white line is right here, I think we're in a very similar position. And the reason why I say this is because I go off the 4-hour here. Very similar 4-hour. And it's the same levels, dude. Like we're almost reaching the same levels here, right? We came down. Look at this, dude. Look at right here is where we peaked out. The top of right here. Look at that. We peaked out at 217, came down, and we hit down here at 210, which is exactly what happened right here. And then over here, we did the exact same thing. We came up, we hit 217, came down to roughly 210 in this area. Or sorry, almost 210. It was like it was like roughly 210. And then now we're having this bounce back here. It's same exact level, dude. Like almost identical, same level. So we have another chance to do what we're doing here, which is what's going on right now. So I'm hoping that we create another leg here. And then if you compare that to the day, when you look at the day right here, I mean, we still have basically 2 more days in the green. If we match, if we match, and it doesn't mean necessarily we're going to match to a T, but right now indicators are telling us that we have a chance to at least reach the 80%, which puts us back up here. And that puts us, like I said, I mean, last time we had this from here to here was roughly what, a 26% increase. Last time we were from here to here, which was the top of that, we're at roughly a what, 45% increase. Gosh, damn, that was crazy. But let's just not do that big of a fact. Let's do the 12 hour. 12 hours a little bit better. It gives us a little bit. So last time we went from here to here was roughly 26, like I said. Last time we went from like here to here was roughly what? 39%. Gosh, let's go from here to here. Let's see what that one is. Let's see, the bottom of that one to the top of this one was 12. So a little bit less. Let's do it from here. Here to here. So we're talking like, 15%, probably on average about 15%. So I mean, yeah, dude, that puts us right at the 241, dude. That's like that almost lines up perfectly. Again, it's crazy when things line up, dude. It's crazy when things line up because then it's like, holy shit. We said this is going to tap off of the right here at the 240 marker. You know what I mean? It's going to hit this 240. It's going to probably hit right up here on this 236 marker. But I mean, it has to get past this. A lot of level of resistance here between these two. Look at this volume right here. But once it gets past there, we're on for the races, dude. What's up, Tall Paul? Good to see you, my guy. Hope all is well and good. Life is good. Yeah, life is good, man. This little pump looks like nothing when you zoom out. Yeah, it's really nothing. Guys, I'm traveling. I can't see the chart on my phone. What's our biggest support level on XRP to fall to? I mean, still 220 is still a big support. So if we fall back, it's going to be 221. 221 is kind of where we'd fall back to. There's a little bit of a gap between 228. We'll just say right here, this 230 to 228 candle. There's a really big support at 226 right now, but that's at the top of a fair value gap. But I'd say, if we do start to have a little bit of sell-off right now, it'd probably fall back down to roughly 221, 220, because there's a fair value gap there. And you can see that's right at the top of a major level of support for us. But the biggest level of support is obviously 216. You can see the volume that came in right there, but that's a nice little floor that was built right there. So indicators are telling us that we're probably, look at that, dude. We're going to probably hit some, 139, 239, 240 is right within our grasp. Really, it's really within our grasp right now. So, if I had $100, honestly, like confidently, if I had like money on the side right now, I still would probably, you'd have to have some major patience. But yeah, if you didn't enter in down here, you're still looking at a potential for XRP to go up 3, 4, 5% still over the next 24 to 48 hours based off indicators. But you might have to play some patience, and that's not including any outside noise that comes in that can cause this to go down further. So, if it were me, I'd probably come in here and not be aggressive with it. I'd probably put my buy order in at 221 and just let it marinate and see what happens. And if it doesn't hit, then you miss the opportunity. And sometimes you just got to suck it up for that. Rate the like button. Oh, yeah, appreciate that. I thought we were above the $3. Damn, bro. Why would you do that? No, I'm just saying 701. 701 is 701's still on, dude. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that 701 has been my call from the very jump, dude. 701 is kind of like where the height of XRP is going to go. And so that's kind of where we're at. How does XCN long look for 24 hours? I don't follow. I'll look at it for you, dude, but I don't follow their charting, so I don't really know where it's going to go. But we can look at some indicators and I'll give you some where I'm at with it. So yeah, same sort of deal, right? The market, we knew that the market was over purchased. It came down. So all the charts are kind of looking very similar here. 4 hours looking a little, definitely looks like it's coming up here. It hit this fair value gap right here at the what is that, 0.0148. 12 hours coming on up. Day chart is coming on up right now. But nothing like clearly tells, this kind of been Yeah, it's kind of been a mixed bag here, but I mean, every time this hits the bottom, dude, you have a nice little candle that comes up here. So, this has some chance to run too, dude. XCN has some chances to run too, but this week's going to be big, dude. This week's going to be a big week. You know, and eventually it's going to come back down. I want to make it very clear. This is eventually going to come back down. We're gonna sell this. We're gonna sell these longs, and eventually this is going to come back down. We're gonna short the market. We're gonna find the top. We're gonna short the market, and see what happens. But there is going to be a little bit of a cool off. Probably for the next 4 hours, we're already seeing here, we're going to peak right here. So this is where I was telling you guys. So if we go to the XRP 4 hour, right, I have the little line right here. So if you go to the 4 hour, look what happens on this 4 hour, right? Eventually it's going to come down. Look at this, dude. It's going to come down. The 4 hour is going to reset. So we have our pump right here. Okay. Here's the thing. And then here's the reset right here. Boom, reset. We're going to have a 4 hour window that gets reset, which could cause this to start coming down. But realize that even if the 4 hour is coming down, the chart's still going up here. So we could still have this same scenario play out right here. 4 hour could be coming down, but go to the 12 hour. The 12 hour is going to be working its way up. So just realize that. That's why indicators can be mixed here. So this is where I see we're going to have our 4 hour start coming down here. And even if when it reaches down here, look at this, dude. It was down here when we still reached our heights of 260. It was down. The 4 hour was down here, but the 12 hour was up here. So play the 12 hour, don't play the 4 hour. 4 hours is a nice little indicator, but just realize that we could have a couple lulls, we could have a couple sell-offs, we could have some, this 4 hour could come down, and we could fill up this little fair value gap at 226. It could come fill up this fair value gap at 221, 222. And if you want to play the game, right? If you want to play the game where you're like, hey, I think I should sell now and wait for this to come back down to 226 or 222, then play the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in this for the long term. Like, my positions are up. Like, I'm up 100% on them. If this comes down to 226 and I lose a couple $100 off the 1,800 that I made, that's okay. I'm not going to go through and waste my trade fees and everything else when I see the indicators are telling me to still hold. Okay. Can we look at H bar 12 hour? Yeah, we can do that. So here's the 12 hour for H bar. 12 hour for H bar is looking even juicier, dude. Like I said, the only thing that you got to watch out for is this right here. Anytime that we've actually come down and had a reset off of a nice little chart, anytime we've had these bounce backs, we'll come up and then we'll come back down here, sort of like what you see here. So you just got to be careful of this when you're doing this. So just realize that these last couple times that this has happened on the 12 hour, we've come up and we come back down. The good thing is that these just barely reached above this. What we got to see is us get to this 50% marker. So we got to see this next 12 hour, which is going to be here at 5 o'clock. We need to see this up here to get past this level of uncertainty. We're, this is kind of like when you look at an indicator, this indicator is kind of telling us just be a little cautious with what you're doing. But if we come up here and we get a clear sign that we're now going to bust past this and reset and come back up here, I'm at 217 is well within our range, dude. 217, you can see right here. Look at the support level at 217, dude. That's not that far away. We just hit that the other day. This was our short that came in. Boom, we shorted the shit out of that. And then now, boom, we're going to come back up and we're going to long it right back to 17 again. And that's roughly what? It's 5% away. That's not, everything's about 5-6% away, dude. That if you go back and actually look at where these bottoms come in, I bet you it's 5%. I haven't done it yet, but let's look. Where do you think this is from here to here? It's 10%. 10%. But if you go from here to here, which is from the bottom to there, I bet you it's 5%. 8%. Okay, so it's about 8%. But we're already up pretty good right now. So that's where that plays in. Where are we up right there? I mean, 8% right there. So yeah. 8%. And then if you go from the top of here to here, it's about 5%. So yeah, we have about 5%, dude. Look at that. We have about 5%. 18. What's up, Brodick? Good to see you, man. Jarvis. Yeah, what's up, man? Deb, what's up, Romeo? Jarvis, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel, my friend. Welcome. Make sure you get in that Discord. Is there a little time for Crypto Task Force to present regulation? I don't know. I think they were trying to get by September, wasn't it? September was the date. I think September was the date for it, dude. So I think we have some room to play here. You're gonna have to play the 4 hour, even the 4 hour right now, right? You'll say the same thing, there could be a little potential of a sell-off right here, right? This could come back down into the 15s, like 15.9, 15.8, somewhere in this ballpark. It could definitely reset like we saw, over the same. We could probably try to find the same scenarios over here. Came down, reset, and then it could have a little bit of a sell-off. But like I said, that when you take this, let's actually just let's go back to the 12-hour here. Let's look at let's try to match scenarios here. Let's take the same scenario right here. This is kind of the same scenario in here, right? This is a nice little sell-off into a nice little run, same levels. We reset, we came back up, we hit these levels, right? So let's actually draw a line. Let's draw a line on this right here. We said about same levels right here. Oops, wrong line. Let's do same levels right here, about right here. Actually, yeah, it's about right here. So let's do this. So here's the 12-hour chart, right? So we can see that it's very similar in terms of where these are going, right? Came up, we hit the double top, came down, right? Now we're resetting. You just got to worry about that right there. But let's go to the 4-hour. Look at the same line. So the unfortunate thing here is that we're actually where this was at this time, we were at the bottom of the 4-hour, where right now we're at the top of the 4-hour. So that's actually not really a good scenario right there for us. Yeah, we'll see where that was on the 12. Yeah, this kind of has some mixed indicators. That's why H bar has been harder to read. I still think H bar is going to do well based off of if we can get it back above this 50%, we're in for a really good treat. Let's see here. We're hitting the like button. Appreciate you, man. When do we think the SEC? Hopefully, I mean, they're saying this week potentially, so we'll see. Hey, you're good, man. Yeah, definitely do it on the PC. PC works a lot better too. When y'all smack that like button. Appreciate you, Deb. I forgot I was talking so much I forgot that I was on here for over an hour because there's some things I got to get done too. So really the goal is here, we're going to continue to monitor the charts here. We might have a little bit of a lull on the next 4-hour. You can see, but just realize what I showed you here, that the 4-hour, we could be coming down, but there could still be some nice little running coming up here. So it's okay to have a nice little, break here. Continue to watch the 12-hour. 12-hour is really going to tell us a lot on where we're going to go here. So, yeah. Austin, my boy, you're the man. Appreciate that, Vegas Claw. This Judge Short. Yeah, I don't know about that. Thanks, Austin. Next couple hours could be sideways and then break out again. Very well could, yeah. Just keep watching that 12-hour. Things are looking really good overall. Excited to see where we're at. Look at that. Even the Bitcoin 12 hours coming up. Look at the 12. Dude, we might reach back up here into the we could potentially in the next 24 to 48 hours come way up here. So definitely, if you guys aren't in, better get in. So with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys so much. Definitely hit that BTCC link if you haven't got onto the non-KYC exchange. It'll make it easy if you do come over to my Discord, because then we can talk about all the numbers over there. So thank you so much. Love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.